Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Between our visitors and our home team. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between our visitors and our home team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. 3, 2nd and 2. The 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Check 52. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He gets this one to Johnson. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air. And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order.
14.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
On first down, Swift. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here. 2nd down and long. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it.
Ready?
Now a handoff looking right. And he takes his...
They turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll get this down inside the 10.
Because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Situation. And his kick is good. Let's just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right.
2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one. They'll run on 1st down. Swift and throw.
Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't
back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They go over the middle, and it's... Now they'll run it on the toss. And a 2nd and long. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the... They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll look to throw here. Going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right. Back to throw. And he will fit 6. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught at the 20. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
We got 4. 5.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair.
Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turned that. Be trying to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First.
And running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon.
From here. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
To the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A big gain of 31 on
one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll look to throw. And a catch made by Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll drop to throw. And those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And I think the ball's out.
Sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will get.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what happened.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points.
He has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Long. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious?
You take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still in it. On 1st down, Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Defense, do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Sorry, now it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They're going to get, so how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have
one now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they come up on 2nd down. Now a run with Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Let's go.
6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Drive punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance. Now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Through an opening, and there he goes. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out.
To go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's a quick hitch route. Yard line. 2nd and 9 now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's...
And a pass he should have caught.
They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
At their own 46. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift.
We got 4.
On 3rd down. Swift.
And for your field goal kicker, I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 28. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.